Mark Zuckerberg says his dream is for 1 billion people to spend real money in his metaverse on fake digital goods, despite average gas prices in the real world at $5. So Mark Zuckerberg thinks that, despite what's going on in the world right now, you can't even fill up your gas tank to get from point A to point B, but you're going to just take that cash, the little bit that you have saved on the side, or maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck, but you just take some and you're like, I'm going to have some fun in the metaverse. I mean, does he just sit with a bunch of rich people and no real person out there that's trying to make ends meet or nobody's thinking about the metaverse, Mark. Nobody gives a shit about your metaverse. I don't. They don't care. You know who cares about the metaverse? People who can afford to care. They have so much money that they're like, well, I spent all my money in the regular world and I've done it all, so let me just check out the metaverse. That's not your average person. Okay? What a nice idea, too, if you think about it. Mark makes a pile of cash. People live inside their screens all the time. They don't enter the real world. We all turn into a bunch of little malleable puppets. You ever see the Muppet Show? Yeah, that's what he wants you to be. And then we all can become a bunch of vegetables that can be spoon-fed all the propaganda that Mark puts on Facebook. You know how Facebook bans certain things, and then it's just like you see like an endless stream. During the vaccine debate, it was just like, get vax, get vax. You couldn't even open it. It was just like vomiting big pharma talking points. Then somebody goes on there and says something different. You trying to talk to me, Tyler?
Well, I heard somewhere on a podcast that former Pfizer marketing executives now work at Facebook.
You know what? You heard that from a very smart individual who does deep dives into the topics that people really care about.
Really does their research.
That's right. I can't take a bow because I'm already seated. But if I could, I would. Plus, I'd be out of frame, and that would be bad. Jorge would just be like, sit down, Jed. We didn't account for that. Don't be spontaneous. So listen, this is a hard pass for me. We talked about the metaverse. We talked about how they want you to be a puppet. We talked about how you need to learn how to exist in the real world and in real life and not be spending your money in some metaverse. And you already know, exactly. You know that Facebook, you know that Silicon Valley wants you programmed. You know they study. We talked about this too. They study behavioral science. They want you to be a little puppet. So don't give it to them. You know what you say to Mark? Hey, Mark, you know what? It's a beautiful day outside. Why don't you get outside? It seems like you might need to. If you like the short clip, you can catch another one here, or you can catch the full episode right here.